I just was fully clothed. And Lauren has like cheeky bottoms on, a t-shirt.
T-shirts and panties, that's it.
Hey y'all.
Hello, hello.
It's me, Lauren. It's me, Jamie. Welcome to the What Are We Doing podcast, episode 32.
32, y'all. We are having a little bit of a change of scenery because Jamie and I are on a crazy, confusing schedule.
Yeah.
We got back in town. We left town on Sunday. We got back in town Tuesday night. So now it's Wednesday and it feels like Monday, which isn't even podcast day, and we're like, nothing is open, nothing is working. So we are at Super Bloom. Thank you so much to them for letting us come and record on this random Wednesday morning.
Yep.
We're drinking coffee.
Yes.
We're hanging out in their beautiful store.
We're about to do some work here after,
Yes,
too.
we're here all day.
It is amazing. They have some art on the walls, and I definitely am going to end up taking something home by the end of the day. I just know it. But yeah, it's been kind of a whirlwind of the past few days. Yesterday, that was Tuesday, I thought was Sunday. Convinced.
Oh,
fully convinced.
we were
that it was
talking
Sunday.
about one of our friends who was at work yesterday, and Jamie goes, she works on Sundays? We were like,
Like it's Tuesday, and today driving into work, I seriously thought it was Monday.
oh, it feels like Monday, which honestly, come Friday, is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to
awesome.
be fantastic.
Sucks now, but it's
I mean,
gonna be
tomorrow's
awesome.
Thursday. Today's
Wow.
hump day.
We should go out. I'm just kidding.
We should go out. Honestly, I think we both need to sleep.
I need
but
to sleep for days.
I know. Well, honestly, that kind of segues into what we've been doing the past few days. We told you guys last week that we were going to the MegaConference 2022. Kind of just a big conference. A bunch of people that own newspapers and that work in the newspaper industry are just learning how to revamp. And Lauren and I got to speak.
We did. Yeah, it was really cool. There was, several hundred, newspaper owners and publishers from all around the country. And so we got brought down there to speak about influencing and podcasting in the newspaper space, which is really interesting because, people are always like, oh, newspapers are dying, blah, 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 blah. But there's, you got to get creative. Any business will die if you just let it run stagnant for 20 years, And so we got down there to kind of talk about this podcast that y'all are listening to and kind of just how we help grow, connect, and everything whenever we're out in the community. So it's really neat.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think Lauren and I were the youngest people in there by 4 years.
100%.
It was a bunch of old white men. And there was very few women, which I'm hoping that grows within the next few years. But to be honest, we didn't know how people were going to take our part of the panel, because everybody else on the panel were people talking about hard news or whatever, and we're out here talking about, they literally showed a clip of us talking about the Kardashians and just laughing hysterically. So it was very on brand for us. We were very authentic, which I was really proud of us for being.
I was too. I was like, I want to be taken seriously,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna not be ourselves. So like Jamie wore bright electric pink, I wore all sequins, and we were like, let's do it. And I think that we were very well received. A lot of people came up to us afterwards with questions, and I got a few comments and emails from people being like, I thought your joke about your lip filler was really funny, So I think that, I don't know, I think that we had a good time, and I hope that we taught some people things. I know that we learned a couple things, so.
Yeah. I think the biggest shock to us that we wish we could have talked longer, first of all, because there was a lot of, everybody thought that the podcast is our full-time job, which we've talked about on here before. I don't know if all of y'all know that, but it is not at all. Lauren and I do sales for Connect. We also contribute towards the paper. We also plan events, literally do everything. And the podcast is just something that's very minuscule that we record this, I go back and edit it, and we throw it up the next day and, post our little snippets and
It's literally an hour and a half of our time every single week. We've got a big fat sales goal that we have to meet. That's our full-time job.
Yes. If any of you guys want to advertise, let us know. But
for the love of God, hit us up.
But yeah, so it was really fun. We had a great time, and I think we learned a lot too. I think it's exciting to see that people are being receptive to how things need to change. The world is changing every single day, especially after COVID. Everything is. So, I don't know. I was glad that we got to sprinkle a little craziness in there, and everybody said we were super entertaining. So, I'm like, oh, time to go on tour.
Come on. Something I did think was really cool. They had a session that was about just culture and the workplace and stuff. And I thought it was neat, the lady who was saying that her reporters and employees have a choice of either they have to come to the office sometime, but she said that they can either just be there or they can come to the office like 3 days a week, work from home too. I was like, that's really, really cool. Like a hybrid.
I know, I really like that. We were talking about that too this weekend, where Lauren was like, I am not good, work from home. But for me, I mean, coming out of school, I was work from home until I started working at Connect, honestly, because for the station, we were always at home. So I know how to like buckle down and get things done. Honestly, I like doing work by myself. Because I feel like I can focus more. But I think that's such an adjustment that a lot of people have had to make.
I was horrible, and it's not that I couldn't get work done. I got a lot of work done at the house, but I was miserable because like I just need some kind of social thing. But like if I had, which I mean we do connect, like our boss is very cool. If we want to work here at Super Gloom all day, we can. But I just like that option because like on a day that you have the exterminator coming, or
Holy good
I'm
Lord.
waiting to sign for a package, it's like I get less done if I'm at the office because I'm like checking my watch, being like, okay, I gotta leave in 15 minutes. Oh my God, I'm going to miss the package if I don't leave in 5 minutes. And it like takes over my whole day. So if I could just like work from home a little bit. At least wonderful. Like recently for me, HelloFresh. I'm like suddenly it gets delivered and I'm like, oh my God, it's going to melt.
I got
like,
seafood in there. I need help. Wait, also over the past few days, have we talked about my fear of flying on this before?
I don't know, y'all.
Okay, so I used to love flying. It terrifies me now, only when we hit turbulence. So like Lauren and Erica really got to experience that, especially yesterday on the flight.
Y'all, well, no, I want to talk about the first flight we took. Are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, just talk about it. Whatever.
So we will give you minuscule details, but we did take a private jet too.
Oh yeah.
Am I allowed to say that? Will we have to cut this?
No,
whatever.
No, it's fine. We didn't say who it's with.
Whatever. We did take a private plane, and we since we didn't have to do all the airport like security stuff, we had all this time, and so we went and took some shots before we got on the plane because we were very nervous, and like I'm scared of small planes, but now I know that a private plane is not a small plane, so it's fine. But Jamie was still really freaked out, and whenever we started to take off, just like out of like pure she didn't even plan it. I didn't even know it was happening. Jamie just threw her hand to me, and I just instinctually just grabbed it, and then like we literally took off, and I feel like it was like a hot 5 minutes that we were taking off, and then we looked down and we were like, are we holding hands? Like, I didn't even realize it. I like felt your energy. I was like mom mode, which never happens to me. Take care of Jamie. Like it was so funny, and we were both like, what the what the heck?
That's so funny. I forgot about that because we started taking off. Seriously, I didn't even think twice about it. Just like put my hand out as if I had a boyfriend there to like grab my hand. Lauren, we just held hands. We were going into the air. Oh my God, that is
Unreal.
so funny. We were all like, what just happened?
Like what?
And then I would be like gripping onto the cup holder every single time.
Oh my God, it was so funny. And honestly, that was one of the coolest experiences of my life, and Jamie really contributed. It was so funny. Like,
oh my God.
and everybody at the conference, they're like, oh, are y'all flying or driving? We're like, well, we're flying, and you know, Jamie's really scared, and so whenever we were leaving the conference, this dude is like, good luck on that plane, don't die. I'm like, why would you say that?
Oh my God, yeah, and then I think Erica brought it up while we were mid-flight, and I was like, can we not repeat that statement?
No.
Wait, but the best part that I think you guys got to experience is that like I can be full conversation, but the second that the plane starts shaking at all, like just dead serious and just stares out the window, just everything stops.
Her like train of thought just comes to a halt, and she's like eyes wide, serious face. What was that? What?
What was that? It's air.
It's so funny.
30,000 feet above the ground.
I mean, I can just imagine you on like a big giant like Delta flight.
Oh no.
You can hear everyone like, ooh, whenever something happens, I bet you freak out.
No, I'm telling you, that flight back from Louisville, we were flying through a freaking storm. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I was terrified. I have to have a window seat. I need to know what's happening at all times. Like, not that I can do anything, but we were hitting so much turbulence that I like honestly started crying. I was containing myself underneath my mask, but when we landed, the woman next to me was like, you made it. I'm like,
Congrats.
yeah, I did. So did you.
That's so funny.
So glad I was taking on the worry for everyone on this plane.
Oh my God. While we're just like recapping, this is a very unstructured episode in case y'all haven't noticed it. Funny thing, the first day of this conference, we met this man who was down there from like another company, and we were just chit-chatting. He was like very nice, and he's like, well, what are y'all ladies doing later? Like, we should all go out and get some drinks. And so he gave us his card, and we put it on Jamie to text him.
On Erica's phone. They're like, Jamie's going to structure this message. I'm like, why? I don't want to do this.
She texted, hey, so-and-so, it's the Connect ladies. We're grabbing dinner, then we can meet up. And she sent it to the wrong freaking number. So this person never responds. And the next day we saw the guy and we walked in and we were like, yo, what the heck? You just blowing us off? Like, we texted you. We were ready to go. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he pulls out his phone. There's like no text. We were like, oh.
I typed in the wrong number. I feel like this was post tequila shot that we took. And I think I don't know if
there was no chance.
Typed it in wrong on purpose or what. But it was funny. I mean, like, it wasn't in a weird way at all. We were all just like going to hang out. It was going to be totally fine. But oh my God, it was so funny. I was like, way to ditch us. And he was like, what are you talking about? I never got a text message. And then we pulled up the message to like be like, see, we texted you. And he's like, yep, that 4 was supposed to be an 8.
That's not my number. Oh my gosh.
So sorry.
It's also so funny. Like, I know you see in movies, people go to conferences and they like meet a bunch of cool people their age. And it's like whenever you go to like summer camp or something, it's like what it looks like. We were the youngest and like only women here, so like we were gonna go get drinks with like a 50-year-old random man with our boss. Like, it was not glamorous.
No,
we're like, what?
It was so strange. Honestly, looking back, very strange.
It is weird. I mean,
we had a lot of girl time though. It was fantastic.
I'm glad that we didn't hang out with any. I mean, no offense to any of these people down there. They were wonderful, but we had a girls trip.
Yeah, Lauren and I got to snuggle. Oh my God. Wait.
We both self-tanned the first night and like crawled into this hotel bed. I was like, we reek.
Oh my God. I woke up the next morning like suffocating in my own self-tan. I'm like, this is not okay. Wait, and Lauren's cracking me up. I was going to bed in like a sweatshirt and sweatpants. I mean, obviously when you're sleeping at home, you wear different clothing. But like, I just was fully clothed. And Lauren has like cheeky bottoms on, a t-shirt.
T-shirts and panties, that's it. Like, I'm a hot sleeper. I can't handle it. And I look at Jamie, I'm like, are you a psycho? Are you wearing a hoodie?
She's like, you're about to get full cheeks. And I think we smacked each other in our sleep multiple times because at one point Lauren woke up out of her sleep and she was like, sorry. And I was like, huh?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
It.
Oh yeah.
Pop.
But don't worry, I did not play the thunderstorm sounds for anybody. I did put in my AirPods and listen to them myself.
Jamie, honestly, it was basically like you were on a flight.
It was.
Hoodie, AirPods in, Jamie's asleep, like dead asleep in a hotel. So funny. I don't know.
God.
Overall, it was a really, really fun time. We learned a lot. We had a good time.
Clearly.
I'm happy to be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already excited to go to bed.
God, me too. Anyway, that was like a very long weekend recap.
Yeah. It was
Anything
good though.
Else?
No. Well, you went to Joe Rogan.
I did. Yeah, that feels like that happened about a month ago.
Yeah.
Last Friday, I went to see Joe Rogan down in Jacksonville, and it was really good. He was funny, and Tony Hinchcliffe opened for him, and he was freaking hilarious. And it was crazy. They everybody who walked in, like, they gave you a little pouch for your phone. You had to slip it in there, and it's like the
That's wild.
like the security tags at Target. You know, it was that kind of clip, so like you could not open it. And honestly, it's a good thing. Like, I mean, I know it's for, you know, like you can't record and, you know, like show their content and like show their jokes, but also like some of the stuff they say, if it was taken out of context, it would have been so bad for them. So I think that was really smart. And it was a blast. I mean, it was funny. I love a good, you know, comedy show. It's wild. But yeah, it was fun. And then went to the Bananas game and then packed my bags.
Yeah.
We hit the skies.
I know, I didn't do anything.
You really did. I'm so envious. Like, you just slept all weekend.
I really didn't do anything. And then I've been binging, there it is, Bridgerton, which has been good. And honestly, I'm going to do nothing again this weekend. I want to go to the beach. If anybody wants to go to the beach,
I want to go to the beach, too. I'll go with you.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just need relax.
I want a fat bag of boiled peanuts on the beach.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting flex. Okay.
That's my go-to.
Honestly, I pictured a pub sub. We can grab both.
Oh yeah.
Done.
Anyways.
Yeah.
We have a really good guest on today. But before we get into that, we do want to thank Cutwater. We're missing our little sign because we had like kind of a last minute change of location.
Sorry.
But thank you to Cutwater Spirits for supporting the What Are We Doing podcast.
Award-winning canned cocktails. You guys already know the deal. And we plugged them at the conference. I'm telling you right now, in front of like 200 people, whoever it was, we were going off about Cutwater.
They're like, who's your main sponsor? We're like, oh, I'm so happy that you asked.
Let me just tell you real quick.
Yep. So it was really good. And one kind of cool thing about Cutwater, my aunt is currently trying to do like a no sugar diet, and she came with me to the Bananas game, and they actually have the vodka soda, and it is completely sugar free. I had no idea. Yeah, I was like reading the label. It's like sugar free, gluten free. I don't know, all the good things. So that was kind of neat. And of course, I got her one. I was like, this is our sponsor. They're really cool.
I love that.
She said it was delicious.
Hey,
so that was
we love Cutwater every single day.
Yep. Thank you for supporting the podcast.
Yeah. Mwah. We have a fun performing guest on today, so this will be good.
Into it.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
All right, y'all, we are here with this week's guest. This is Kristin Jernigan, and she is the Savannah Ballet's ballet mistress. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We love that title, just like the mistress.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Basically, what I do is I give company class to our professional dancers, and then I choreograph on the company or restage choreography and create the shows.
Love it. I just like that title. It's so sexy.
It really is. Tell us a little bit. So y'all are opening the Wizard of Oz next weekend. Tell us the dates and kind of how this came together.
Okay, so yes, we're doing the Wizard of Oz at the Lucas Theater next weekend. So we'll have a school show on Friday the 22nd, and then Saturday the 23rd we have 2 shows. 2:30 and 7:30, I believe it is. I might be wrong about that. It might be 2 and 7. But it's at the Lucas Theater.
Amazing. Yes. What are you most excited about for the show?
Just seeing the whole story come to life.
Yeah.
It's such a American classic story, and it's such an old story, you know, and just kind of our take on it and bringing all of this story to life through dance.
Yeah. I was going to say, because, you know, usually you see a musical theater production of this show. So what kind of makes it different in the ballet sense of things?
Well, there's no speaking in dance, right? So you have to portray, you know, the story by movement, which is always kind of a challenge. You know, it's so much easier to tell a story and have the audience understand it that way. But I think we've done a good job of it, and there's so many great characters, and our dancers, they've worked really hard this season.
And so have you always been a dancer, or how did you get your start?
Yes, actually my mom took me to the Johnny Mercer Theater to see a professional company do Swan Lake when I was 5 years old, and I left saying, I want to dance, you know, and so she put me in dance, and it just has always been my passion. I love it. I just love to move. Such a great way to express yourself. You know, a good release.
Go
ahead. Out of all the performances that you've done, what would you say your favorite was and why?
Oh, goodness, that's a really hard question. I've done a lot of different things. I would have to say Giselle is one of my favorite. It's a classic. So, you know, a lot of people don't do the classics anymore, but I performed as Giselle, and there's an entire scene at the end of Act 1 where she goes mad and dies. And I know it's just kind of a tragic love story, but you know, what story is it? And so it was just the acting at the end of the scene. I had to like tear my hair down out of a bun and kind of lose it on stage. So that's probably been one of my favorite roles.
Wow.
That's cool.
What's your role in The Wizard of Oz?
I am just ballet mistress.
Okay.
So I am coaching the dancers, you know, constantly cleaning up the choreography and just making sure everybody's in line, literally in line, or you know what they're supposed to be doing.
What is it like to have taken something that you started whenever you were a kid that was like a hobby when you're a kid, and now it's your career? What is that like?
I feel very blessed to be able to do what I love every day, and not a lot of people are that lucky, you know. So I don't know. I look forward to going to work. I look forward to being on my feet and moving around and just keeping that, even though I really miss dancing and performing myself. And sometimes I make an appearance on stage. Continuing to have that as a part of my life is wonderful, and I try to get my kids, you know, involved as well, and just sharing my passion of the art form with my students.
How did you end up in Savannah? Are you from here?
I'm actually from Savannah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I grew up here, and then went to the University of Georgia, danced there, and then I moved to Atlanta and danced professionally there, where I met my husband, who is also a dancer.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of unusual, but yeah. And we lived and worked in Atlanta for about 10 years, and then he got a job in Savannah, so we moved back, and so happy to be back in Savannah.
So is it kind of crazy to see, or to perform, or stage the shows at places that you kind of grew up watching?
Yes, it's wonderful though. It's just and then to be able to have my family around to help us with the kids while we're working, and have friends come to see the show and share what we do with them.
I just think it's so cool that you and your husband are both dancers.
Yeah, as a little girl, I always thought that would be really cool to marry a dancer. I never in a million years thought I would, but I did. And it's wonderful.
Sweet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we complement each other well. Like, he's the things that I'm really good at, he's not, and vice versa. And so, but he's a kind of a jack of all trades, and he does lighting design, and he edits our music and does our posters and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
so
they're a good team.
we're a good team. Yeah. He's actually the president of our board, Savannah Ballet Theater's board. So he's the president of the board now. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys are really involved.
Yeah.
I love it.
You said that you did some professional work in Atlanta. So can you tell us a little bit more about what you did when you were there?
Yeah, I was part of a professional company, Atlanta Festival Ballet, and same thing, kind of like what I do with these dancers here. We had class, 5 days a week, rehearsal, and put on productions as well.
This is kind of a random question. Our audience is women in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere in Savannah to dance just for fun as an adult?
Absolutely. Actually, Savannah Ballet has a adult class that meets on Tuesday nights. Yes. Come on and dance with us. Yes.
I used to be a cheerleader, and sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I had a coach that could just remind me at one point I could do a back handspring. You know what I mean?
Right.
That would be
Get me
neat.
back into it.
Yeah, try to get back into it. I don't know.
I used to teach in Atlanta. When I worked in Atlanta, I used to teach an adult class, and it was probably one of my favorite classes to teach because, you're just there for you, and just, trying to, the technique, you want to learn the technique, but it's just nice. It's such a good release, really, stress release. It's good, for your body, and it's good for your soul.
Yes. I feel like I would leave and feel just so proud of myself.
Yeah.
I can still do this. I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Well, we're so excited for you guys. I love The Wizard of Oz. It's one of my favorite stories. I did play Dorothy in 5th grade.
Wow.
But there it is. Lauren gets so hyped up whenever I talk about my musical theater experiences. She's like, she's my manager over here.
Listen. Carnegie Hall, you guys. Carnegie Hall.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything about the show that you might want people to know, or where can they get tickets also?
At the box office at the Lucas. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And we have 2 shows. So a matinee and an evening, and we also have a school show on Friday for, the public school. They can come out and see that if any teachers are looking for a last-minute field trip.
Yeah, for sure.
What a fun day.
Everybody's missing out on those field trips the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's so sad.
Oh, cool.
It is.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
We were talking about this after we interviewed her, but I love that you kind of transfer your hobbies as a kid into your adult life.
Oh, yeah.
More of us need to do that.
Yes. I wish that, I don't know. I think that adult classes are really cool. An adult dance class would probably make me feel so good.
I want to go. Does
I do
anybody
too.
do a hip hop class?
Surely, I'm sure. We'll talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody hit us up.
We'll figure it out.
Anyways, so we're gonna kind of mix up the end our what are we doing segment, because this is a really short week, where this will be out Thursday rather than Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna do a full event rundown this week. Some things that we know are happening. I know that Two Tides right out here in front of Super Bloom is having a block party. I think it might be I don't know if it's their first one of this year. I don't think it is. I think they've done one more, but I think it's something special. I know that they're gonna have food trucks out here. There's gonna be a tie-dye station. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of fun things, but the whole DeSoto Avenue is gonna be a block party, so that's very cool on Saturday.
Yeah.
Also, Easter is this weekend,
Yes.
and I know Hopatomica is having an egg hunt, and Service Brewing is having an egg hunt. And I think they're both beer egg hunt themes.
Oh my God, I need to text my mom and get the pictures of me racing to get those Easter eggs. Do you remember me talking about this last week? Oh my God, I was the most competitive Easter egg hunter growing up. Oh my God, that'd be hysterical. I need to find those.
That'd be amazing.
Like mid-sprint, literally trying to get out. I'm like 5. But yeah, we hope you guys have a good weekend, whether you're with family or friends this weekend. Easter weekend is always so wholesome.
Yeah. And I do have one little thing to plug about my LLS campaign.
Oh my God.
We are like 2 weeks out now. So I keep saying that it's crunch time, but it's like for real crunch time. A few fun, cool ways that you can help. Peregrine has the Bad Blood frozen cocktail. It's like a frozen wine slushie. It's red. It's got Bacardi in it. But definitely go up there. They're running that all the way through April 30th. And if you order that drink, then like a portion of the proceeds will go to the campaign.
Yeah.
And then on April 28th, we put this on social media. Y'all,
So
please
excited.
share the heck out of this. We are doing Taylor Swift night at Barrel House. DJ Will Smith is going to be spinning nothing but Taylor Swift bangers. So.
Including the 10-minute All Too Well. We
Yep.
just got to keep saying that.
We're going to cry together, y'all.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's
I
going to
can't
be really
wait.
fun.
Yeah, we're very excited. Obviously, like we said, this episode is a little different, but make sure to follow us on social media at What Are We Doing Sav. You can get some pictures from this weekend. We looked cute at the conference, guys.
Gorgeous.
And then also follow our paper at Connect Savannah. If you want to be a sponsor, you have any questions, any events that you want us to talk about, you can email us whatarewedoingsav@gmail.com.
Thanks, y'all.
Amazing.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.